Today in News Tech, CNN disables Facebook comments in Australia after Voller decision. So as we said in the last video, this is almost an inevitable consequence of this new ruling, which I guess is, I don't know if it's a law yet or what the status of that is, but CNN's kind of anticipating that they're going to get sued, basically. And one interesting thing about this was kind of funny to me. In a statement to the Sydney Morning Herald, CNN said it approached Facebook to see whether the platform would disable the comment functionality on its Australian pages, but the social media behemoth chose not to. So I guess you can't disable comments on your Facebook pages, or at least you couldn't at this time. And it's just so funny to me. When you hear a story like this, it makes you realize what Facebook is. It's in so many ways, they're just like our hometown. I mean, they have this platform, new situations come up, and they just haven't thought of anything. You kind of got to sympathize with them a little bit. They literally didn't have the functionality to disable comments because this pressure never existed. This issue, this precedent of being able to sue over comments. So as soon as that happened, now they have to change their technology. I just think it's kind of funny that we all just kind of assumed, oh, you can just disable comments. That's the solution, but it didn't actually exist. I think at one point in this article, they mentioned that they did introduce some ways to manage comments, but it seems like there's still no way to just turn them off completely. And goes back to Facebook, looking out for their best interests. I think with organizations like CNN, they're so huge. They have so many followers. They don't have the resources to police it.
I think mostly the idea behind this whole thing is probably to force the big, the media giants to come up with a solution. It's
right.
The problem's been identified now, force them, not that they technically will get sued, but the potential is there. It's been identified. Now let's address it. Let's do something about it. Let's make these options available.
So you're saying, yeah, I mean, this fight in Australia, it's so unique that it's not happening in any other country. And it's really super anti big tech. It's led by, this guy, I forget his name, but he's the head of the Treasury down there. He's really tight with Rupert Murdoch. I remember reading a lot about this in February when, they shut down all news outlets on Facebook in Australia because it was kind of coming to a head.